Aquarius. You had a couple of weeks since the last reading. How are things going? When we last left, I asked you to dream big, and I saw a lot of success. And I have a note of your entire reading here, and uh, to act out of the self and to find your center. And so I'm wondering how that's going. So now that was your new moon reading where we set intentions for the month. This is your kind of mid-month check-in as the moon gets to be opposite your sun, moon, or rising, okay, in transit. And so I've asked Spirit, I've done a 3 card reading, one Brotherhood of Light card, archetype card, and a Sacred Destiny card to how can we fine tune your path ahead. And this will be a really short reading, a mid-month check-in, we'll call it. And I hope everything's been going very well for you so far. Um, uh, I remember you had a lot of energy. Had the Adapt card 21. You also had the Moon card 18, and the outcome was this 6 of coins, right? So success. It had a lot of success there. Um, in the card I pulled for you today from the Brotherhood of Light deck was the 3 of Swords. So you might be, living big and finding your dreams can also uh, bring responsibility. And so I think you might be feeling a bit of that weight right now. In other words, what if everything came true? Well, I'd have a lot more effort to put in, right? And so you might be feeling like, you've been plotting, you're not plotting, plotting effort, okay? And but you've got the energy to handle it, and it could be mental effort, mental work. uh, Certainly Spirit here is suggesting to you to maintain your idealism. That card that came out in the last reading was the self card in the archetype deck, from the archetype deck. And that's your center, right? So this is reminding us that in the face of plotting effort, responsibility, and unfortunately maybe a bit of antagonism, I hope you're not antagonizing yourself. I hope you're not being impatient, because realizing who you are or actualizing who you are is actually quite a bit of work. It's not happening overnight, right? These are the beginnings of these energies coming out. So make sure that you're not getting in other people's face, and make sure you're not bugging yourself, right? I would say that, like, simply put, be nice, be kind to yourself, maintain that idealism, right? It's going to not, it's not a feeling, it's an idea, okay? And uh, in the last reading, there was not a lot of water cards, right? Like there was mostly, earth and fire. Okay, so this is earth again, right? So it's effort, absolutely effort. So keep putting in the effort. I'm just going to say it simply: keep putting in the effort, okay? Because and hold your ideals. If you need to remind yourself, write them down. Read them when you get up in the morning. The first thing you do, don't turn on your phone and start looking at the news, please. That's not going to make you feel good, okay? Instead, remind yourself like a mantra. What are you trying to achieve? Okay? Who are you? And who do you want to become? Stay the course. Stay the course, Aquarius. You got this. Okay, a couple of other cards, and then we'll connect again next month. The archetype card I pulled is the cave. And this goes kind of, it's adjacent to the self card in an interesting way. The cave is a place of retreat. It's internal, right? It's a place where you go to collect yourself and put your things. I'm going to read what it says about the cave because I think it's really cool. Those who are fortunate enough to find and enter the cave are forever changed. It's a place of potent power, acting both as a portal to another realm and a space for sacred ritual and initiation. The cave is a place to return for meaningful retreat. Meaningful retreat. I love that. Okay? So, if you're feeling antagonism in the environment, make a meaningful retreat back into your ideals, what you're envisioning for yourself. where one can see the true self, like from our last reading, in the darkness. In esoteric teachings, the cave is known to reside in the center of the heart. Within its walls, the whispers of compassion and self understanding can be heard. Yet, because of its mystery and power, many of us fear the cave and never try to find it. We busy ourselves in the bright lights of the city while the cavernous and dimly lit chamber calls out to us in the night. Where is your cave? You already know. Return to it and tend the fire, the sacred center within. Okay? Don't get caught in the outside world. Don't get caught with antagonistic forces. Changing your life, making things the way you want that's responsibility and effort. There's no way around that. Okay? But you can remind yourself while you're doing it that I'm doing it for a reason. I'm doing it because I have this goal. Make a vision board. Maybe I suggested that before. And find that place within yourself that you can retreat to and gather your forces for the next day. This is like a morning ritual. It's an evening ritual. Okay? And try to touch the ground, your ground, a couple of times a day. Some inspiration. You got the pleasure card. I love that. Don't take it so seriously. What was indicated in the last reading was quite a bit of success, like dreaming big for big things to happen. And this is suggesting to me that you might be being bogged down by a bit of not negative thinking, hard work that's bogging you down. And so make sure you put a bit of pleasure in there. Okay. This is spiritually saying find a place of your center and go back to it every day. Meanwhile, I'll read what this says. Savor your life, each and every part of it. Take pleasure in slowing down and experiencing each of your senses. This could be slowing down for sure. Taste your food with full gusto. Inhale the sense of the world around you. Enjoy colors and textures of life. This is truly a stop and smell the roses card. Enhance your sensuality. Move in a languid way. Let pleasure be your password into every intimate part of your life. The Pleasure Cave. I once saw a performance art show called The Pleasure Cave. I think that's what it was called. Allow your life to be less about being productive and more about enjoying every moment with verve. And a radiant energy will flow through you in all directions of your life. That's your idealism, right? Don't get hung up on the tough moments, okay? Be idealistic about it. Go back and touch your center every day as needed, okay? And stop and smell the roses. Try to have a bit of fun along the way. Aquarius, I hope everything's going well for you. I'll have another new moon reading where we'll set new intentions for next month in a couple of weeks. Meanwhile, peace. See you again.